All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Perfect Timing, the subreddit that started it all, of people tweeting me stills of my face as I'm in the middle of a sentence, none of which ever look good. So I appreciate the continuation of that. I still get them all the time, at least a couple a day on Twitter. I'm like, that's good. I look really ugly. Really happy about that. We'll start off down here with someone had a bad day at the tail of the dragon. I'm assuming that that is the name of a particular turn on a particular road, and I don't know which one. I know of the snake on Mulholland Highway, but I don't know of the tail of the dragon. But that is gonna suck in just a moment. That's a well-timed photo. Perfectly timed, you might say, almost as if it's the name of the subreddit. Sorry, I should get the cursor out of there. I actually saw someone who made a post on Reddit the other day about how they were mildly infuriated that I left the cursor on an image. So I'll try to be more mindful of that. Anyway, that's a bummer. You missed your breaking point. Kurt Russell's mini hairdresser. That's actually kind of hilarious. Hey, I just watched that movie like a few nights ago. It's Guardians of the Galaxy 2. In case you didn't know, you probably did know, but just in case you didn't know, and I'm going to assume that that lady is working on something else in the background, but it just so happens to line up with his hair. I want a mini hairdresser that can stand on my shoulder and do my hair. I actually just got a haircut the other day. I bet you didn't notice because no one seems to notice anymore. I do a haircut like once a month, which according to many people is far too often. But what can I say? It starts getting a little bit messy. Also, I just get the hair kind of growing on my neck and stuff, and it's good to clean that up before it gets too excessive. And I got to appear on camera every day, okay? Which, it's not that excessive when you think about it. All right, everyone's like, geez, dude, Mr. Fashion Conscious over here. Having food. I hope that the fish got it. That seems like a lot of work. I can barely even swim at all. So to actually get air out of the water, and like in that moment, you can't even breathe. It's like me diving into water, you jumping out of it, except more effort because you combat gravity. I hope you got that thing. Like, man, I can't, I'm really bad at squishing mosquitoes and flies and stuff. So if you can straight up catch it in your mouth, quite a skill. And also to be able to see it through the refraction, because can you imagine how difficult that would be when you look up out of the water, you get that issue of the refraction, and like to be able to aim and figure out where the thing is to even hit it, it's some pretty impressive stuff. Birds. Yeah, I suppose it's perfectly timed. I'm more impressed by the last one with the fish, but yeah, well, I guess, yeah, it had to be. When you think about the moon is kind of small and it looks big in the sky, but small relative to the rest of the sky. So for that shot, you had to have a real telephoto lens and have it kind of. The photographer was probably angry about it at first. Like, damn it, I had this setup shot so good, I was going to get a great photo of the moon. These stupid birds flew in front of my shot. And then he's like, actually, this is kind of cool. Well, this is a risky click of the day. This peaceful cormorant early in the morning. Warning, poop. What a shot. Dude's like trying to get a nice scenic cell phone image or something like that. Just pops the image at the same time that the bird pops something else. Look at the, please don't tell me that the tops of those posts are covered in that. I'm hoping that that's like some kind of plastic drape over the top of it to protect it from, I don't know, something, and not just they're entirely covered in poop. I feel like you'd have more dripping down the sides. I'm sorry that I'm analyzing the physics of how poop would work if it was just all over the top of something, but splash. That's like just as he's breaking the surface tension at the top of the water. You know what? At least the water is there to break your fall. It could be a lot worse if you were face planting onto concrete, like I did when I was really young, and that's why I have a little scar at the top of my nose. I think it's why my nose is slightly crooked, because I've never broken my nose in my conscious memory. It's like, it is slightly crooked. If you've ever paid attention, my nose is like, it's not quite lined up. It's a little bit off. Also, it's really big, but you probably noticed that before. I don't know how we just got into talking about my nose from a kid face planting into water, but it's a good shot. A new one to save to show at his future wedding We got more poo, ladies and gentlemen. This water bug giving me the eyes mid-poo. What is it with pooping? I mean, that's fine. It's just poop. You know? It's just little pellets popping out. Why is it that a lot of herbivores have the little pellet poops, right? Isn't that a pretty common herbivore thing? I'm curious. Any vegetarians and vegans out there, do you have pellet poops? Is that a thing? Like, because I eat animal sources of protein, is that why I will have like longer and smoother poops as opposed to little rabbit poops? All right, sorry if we're getting into too much detail here, but I'm curious because it's all based on diet, right? The moment a trout eats a mayfly just before surface tension gives way. Wow, that's actually a dope shot. Could use a few more pixels, and I would assume that the original might. Dude, it's like this straight up water vacuum over its face, and then it's. I bet you that the bug hasn't even actually made contact with any part of the fish. It's still in a water cushion, and then finally the water cushion will break and it's gonna get eaten. But that's pretty awesome. Got a lot of surface tension photos here between the kid face planting and fish eating flies. 1 minute before disaster. 1 minute before disaster. It is about to be disaster. You know, I would argue it's a little less than 1 minute. If it's a minute before disaster, that would be what we'd be defying the laws of physics. That'd be a flying hovercraft fish. It's okay. Disaster was also spelled in a little bit of an iffy fashion. I like how the fish just looks real angry. Like, god damn it. Did you really have to go and do this? Was this necessary? Couldn't you have gone for like one of the 50,000 other fish that I was just swimming around with? You had to go for me? I had such a promising life, all right? I was the fastest fish in the school. It just so happens I swam at the wrong thing. And you just refuse to forgive me for that. You're gonna eat me now? You're really gonna eat me? Jesus. This sucks. This volcano in Chile. That is a... Wow, that's a cool photograph. Wowee. It says, Nat Geo Travel Photographer of the Year Photo Contest winner. Shot by Sergio Tapiro of Velasco. Dude, isn't it gnarly that you can straight up get lightning coming out of volcanoes? How does that even work? Aren't we like not even entirely sure? I don't know if it's how lightning works or why lightning happens, but there's something that's still a mystery about lightning. I think. That's what I heard at some point that stuck with me. Maybe it's completely wrong, but I think there's something about lightning that's still kind of a mystery. Forgive me if I'm totally wrong. But that is just crazy that you can get lightning out of a volcano. It just seems like something that, you know, would only happen in sci-fi movies and stuff, but it's real. And goddamn, freaking Mordor right there. Leafs Hurricanes game. Yet again, 1 minute before disaster. It is 1 minute before disaster. Well, actually, the camera is probably behind the glass, so not really disaster. But can you, if there was no glass there, it's about to be a broken lens. I like how the two guys, they were about to punch each other in the face, but then they saw the puck was headed straight for the camera, and they're like, oh, we'll put aside our common differences and look really shocked at the fact that we're about to break a really expensive piece of equipment. We're so sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Our fault. Dude back there, though, he's just over here. He's just lying away. He's like, oh, I'm going to get the puck. These two guys are just too worried. They're hugging it out. Just, I got to get that puck, even if it broke that lens. I don't care. And the ref's kind of just like, oh, this again. That looks kind of like a Leaf. It might be a Canadian team. I'm sorry, I'm not super familiar with hockey teams, but that might be a Canadian team, in which case he's really sorry about the whole thing. I'm also sorry that I did that. My friend took this picture of me exactly when the lightning struck. That's some weird sideways lightning, though. You just look very angry. Like, I can't believe that we're outside in the middle of a rainstorm. You're forcing me to stand out here so you can take some stupid photos of me. All right? I'm going to look better for my Tinder profile photo if we're inside. Jeez, man. Think it's going to look cool when I'm all soggy in the rain with a big baggy hoodie on. No, no one's gonna like that. But then everything changed when the lightning struck. The Fire Nation attacked or something like that. It does look like an album cover, says the top comment. I'd be inclined to agree. Needs more rainbow though. A double-crested cormorant about to eat a fish. So we've gone from a pooping cormorant to a majestic one. But just let it be known, this thing still ejects poop from its butt. But it's a pretty cool shot. This fish doesn't look quite as full of emotion as the one that was about to be eaten by a crocodile. This one just, it kind of is, it's kind of existing. And the cormorant though looks very surprised. It's got that 1,000-yard stare. But the fish is like, that's part of my life, I guess. Because the other one was just super, super angry. I wonder how long these shots take to set up, because you must be kind of far away. It must be a super telephoto lens, and you're just waiting there, kind of hoping. You must do like a burst of photos when you see something about to happen and kind of hope that one of them lines up well. I don't know, it's a pretty cool thing. I framed this gorgeous photo of Teddy as the sun was rising. At the last minute, Joey decided to photobomb. This one wasn't not safe for work, but it is poop related. It was, man, it wasn't gonna be such a nice photo too. The other dog's like, not today, you aren't. Nah. You gotta get some more nature into this, and what's more natural than pooping? I like to poop in good scenery, okay? I've been holding it for a while, and suddenly this was the right place to do it. And I'm glad that you documented it so I can figure out where it is again. We're good parents, I swear. Was it, dude, is this the thing where you hold each person's arm and then you swing forward and then they're supposed to hold you and you guys let go? Like, isn't that just basic parenting technique 101? You don't even have to be a parent to be able to do that, okay? It's not like special parent skills. It's like you can be anyone. You just hold the arm, you swing it, and then you make sure you don't let go. And both of you let go. How did you do that? Like, there is no way that a child gets into that position horizontal above the ground with you guys in your arms like that unless you did the thing. You were doing the thing, you were doing the swing thing, and you let go. Why would you let go? Was your kid like, no, hold up, I've seen some kids doing backflips off the swing set. I bet I can do it with the arm swing thing. And the parents are like, yeah, I bet you can too. You're pretty acrobatic. You've done some cool stuff. We've seen you do like those cartwheels that are kind of okay with bent legs. Yeah, you can do a back. Let's do it. And then just wham, done. Sacrificing dinner for being a sick acrobat. What happened here? I feel like this would be a great caption contest photo. Like, can we, hold on. Flip the image over. Rotate it 180 degrees, and it looks like gravity has just inverted. The cat is like holding on for dear life. It's like, oh God, the world's turned out. All of a sudden I'm in Australia. I wasn't prepared for this. He's holding on for dear life. The food's spilling. The food was formerly on the ground. Now the food is spilling up to the ceiling. It's not the cat's fault. The cat didn't knock it over. It's just the gravity inverted all of a sudden. How did that even, like, how does the cat do that? Where was the cat previously? Yeah, top comment is the cat falling to the ceiling. Like, what's going on here? I don't know what's happening right now. All right, that's perfectly timed. I just don't know the context. Sneaky throw. Waiting for the... Dang. Dude's got some, like, kinetic powers and abilities and stuff. Just make footballs appear and go to the ref. This is the first perfect timing I think we've ever seen. It's a video clip. Man, just making a football materialize and go. That's pretty cool. Owl. This is great because, okay, so we just went from the football to a superb owl, which is also Super Bowl. Have you ever been to the Super Bowl subreddit? Because I'll give you a hint. It has nothing to do with the Super Bowl. It's superb owls. It's all, see? Superb, and it's got 112,000 followers. It's all superb owls. This is one of them. And well-timed photo. I feel like we've seen another photo on a previous perfect timing thing where it was like an owl just kind of in that shape in the air. Yeah, anyway, they were playing tug of war, but the toy fell. This is like a PSA for rabies. Keep your dogs inside, lest they be bitten by a wild animal and become rabid. Jesus Christ, that's horrifying. Dogs are wild animals, okay? They just, you know, they're nice for the most part. They're nice and domesticated, but they still have that vicious nature inside them. That is so terrifying looking. I'd be like, wow, do I really pet these things and feed them and play with them in my house and they can turn into that? What am I doing? I do love dogs, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love dogs, but wild animals, what can I say? Anyway, that's it for this last month of Perfect Timing. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check the playlist in the description if you want to catch more videos like this. And subscribe if you're not already. All right. And if you want to listen to the music playing in the background, it's linked in the outro over on Mirror Music. I'll see you next time.